In the late 1980s, two men took over pop music almost overnight. They had the look, they had the dance moves, they had hit songs on every radio station. They were stylish, confident, and marketed as the future of pop. Their names were Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan, known to the world as Milli Vanilli, and in 1990, they won the most prestigious award in music, a Grammy. But within months, their entire career would collapse, because it turned out they weren't actually singing at all. Milli Vanilli exploded onto the charts with songs like Girl You Know It, S True and Blame It on the Rain. Their debut album sold millions of copies. They toured internationally. They were on magazine covers. They appeared on talk shows. They were marketed as a new kind of pop star, European, fashionable, and mysterious. Their producer, Frank Farian, created their image carefully. Rob and Fab were chosen not just for their voices, but for their looks. Only one problem: they didn't provide the vocals on their own records. The voices on the songs belonged to studio singers who were never shown to the public. At first, no one questioned it. Lip-syncing wasn't unusual in the industry. Music videos were often mimed. Live TV performances were sometimes pre-recorded. But Milli Vanilli went further. They claimed the voices were theirs. They did interviews. They accepted awards. They posed as real singers. And the lie kept growing. Then came the moment that exposed everything. In 1989, during a live concert in Connecticut, disaster struck. While performing Girl You Know It's True, the backing track malfunctioned. Instead of continuing smoothly, one line repeated over and over: Girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's. Rob and Fab panicked. They ran off stage. The audience laughed, assuming it was a technical issue. But behind the scenes, people in the industry started asking questions. How could two professional singers not recover from a skipped track? Rumors began spreading. Journalists started digging. And eventually, the truth came out. In late 1990, their producer admitted that Rob and Fab had not sung a single note on their hit records. The voices belonged to session singers who had never been credited. The reaction was immediate and brutal. Radio stations pulled their songs. MTV stopped playing their videos. Their tours was cancelled. And their Grammy Award was taken back. They became the first artists in history to have a Grammy revoked. Overnight, Milli Vanilli went from global superstars to the punchline of every joke. Talk shows mocked them. Newspapers called them frauds. Comedians used them as shorthand for fake talent. But the most tragic part: Rob and Fab claimed they had been trapped in the lie. They said they were hired as performers, not singers. They said they were told their accents weren't marketable. They said they were promised they would eventually record their own vocals. Instead, they became the faces of a scam they didn't fully control. Their producer, meanwhile, continued working in the industry. Rob and Fab tried to come clean. They held a press conference and admitted everything. They said they were ashamed. They said they wanted a second chance. They said they had been manipulated. But the public wasn't in a forgiving mood. They attempted a comeback under their real names. It failed. The scandal had permanently destroyed their credibility. For Rob Pilatus, the aftermath was devastating. He struggled with addiction. He struggled with depression. He struggled with being recognized only as the fake singer. In 1998, at just 32 years old, Rob Pilatus was found dead from a drug overdose. Fab Morvan survived, but his career never fully recovered. Years later, he would say that the lie ruined his life, and the music industry quietly learned a lesson. Milli Vanilli didn't just expose one fake group. They exposed how artificial pop stardom could be. Behind the scenes, producers could manufacture hits. Image could matter more than talent. And audiences could be sold a story that wasn't true. Their scandal changed how the industry treated lip-syncing and authenticity. Award shows became stricter. Contracts changed. Live performances were scrutinized. Milli Vanilli became a warning, a symbol of what happens when image replaces honesty. But looking back, the story isn't as simple as two frauds got caught. It's also a story about exploitation. Two young men were chosen for their looks, given fame they didn't fully control, and punished for a system that rewarded deception. They became the villains, while the machine that created them stayed mostly invisible. Today, their songs still exist. People still know the words. People still recognize the beats. But their names are remembered for one reason. They proved that in Hollywood and pop culture, success can be manufactured, and truth can be optional. Milli Vanilli didn't just fake their vocals. They exposed how fake the entire illusion of stardom could be. And that's why their scandal still matters today. Because every time we see a perfectly styled pop star, every time we watch a flawless live performance, every time an artist seems too perfect to be real, we're really asking the same question the world asked in 1990. Is this real, or are we being sold another beautiful lie?